Good afternoon, everyone. Bienvenidos and buenos dias, and welcome to Visit Milwaukee's February webinar. My name is not Peggy Williams Smith. I'm Tony Snell Rodriguez, the Director of Community Engagement and Inclusion, and happily filling in for her during this webinar. We've got a packed webinar for you today. Wisconsin's on the clock in 2025 as the NFL draft comes to Green Bay, our friends up there in Green Bay, for the first time in the history of the event. Joining us to share some of their plans for the upcoming draft is Nick Meissner, Discover Green Bay's Vice President of Digital Marketing and Communications. The draft will have a major impact on a statewide level, with fans staying in hotels throughout Wisconsin. Here to share Milwaukee's plans to make the most of this opportunity for Milwaukee is our very own Chief Marketing Officer, Josh Albrecht. He'll highlight our plans for the historic event and how we're planning on engaging fans beyond the draft stage in Green Bay with Milwaukee Tailgate Week. So stay tuned for that. After that, we'll wrap up last month's webinar. Yep, we didn't get to finish. As Senior Partnership Manager Brian Kubel and I will give you a quick review of our department's major accomplishments in 2024 and give you a quick look ahead at what we have coming up this year in the worlds of partnership and community engagement inclusion. Stay tuned. But before we get to all of that, let's get started with the monthly star report. Yes. As we look at our January report, we're seeing some nice year-over-year increases, especially downtown. In every category, downtown's hotel performance for the month saw year-over-year increases with standout gains in revenue, RevPAR, I love saying RevPAR, and ADR. In Milwaukee County, meanwhile, we saw slight dips in demand and occupancy year over year with increases in ADR, RevPAR, and revenue as compared to 2024. And meanwhile, in Milwaukee County, while we did see slight decreases in occupancy and demand, hotels through the greater Milwaukee area experienced a 4-year high in ADR and revenue, with the second highest revenue during the same period. Woo! To our hotel partners. New and returning partners. As we roll into our partner updates this month, we'd like to take a moment to recognize our new and returning partners who have joined over the past few months. What a list. It's a great list. Check them out and be sure and support them. Welcome. We're so glad to have you aboard, and we can't wait to showcase all the incredible things your organization has to offer that make our city a great place to live, work, and visit, as we always say. As February winds to a close, we have the opportunity to honor and celebrate Black History Month, a time to recognize the incredible contributions of Black leaders, entrepreneurs, artists, and change makers who have shaped our city and our industry. Milwaukee is home to a rich Black history, and today we continue to see Black-owned businesses, restaurants, and cultural institutions making a lasting impact on our community. At Visit Milwaukee, we're proud to amplify and support the Black voices, Black excellence that make our city special. Learn more about Milwaukee's Black history and culture and support our Black-owned partner businesses by scanning the QR code you see now, right there in that lower left. Scan it now. Last week, members of the Visit Milwaukee team had the incredible opportunity to travel to New York City, yes, the Big Apple, with VP of Communications and Advocacy Claire Koenig and the Turner Public Relations team for the HSMAI Adrian Awards. We were honored to bring home a gold award for our best B2B, business-to-business PR campaign, which showcased the expansion of the Baird Center and put Milwaukee in the national spotlight. This award is a testament to the collaboration, creativity, and tireless work of our team and partners, all of you, in promoting our city as a premier destination for meetings and conventions. A big win for Milwaukee, and I hope this is just the beginning of more national recognition to come. Cheers. Congratulations to the Wisconsin Center. More accolades on earning LEED Gold classification from the U.S. Green Building Council. This recognition highlights Baird Center's commitment to sustainability with features like a solar roof, stormwater detention system, a bird-friendly glass. Read more about the Baird Center on the Baird Center website. A huge shout out to Marty Brooks and the entire WCD Wisconsin Center District team on this massive accomplishment. A leader, manager, let's see, a huge congratulations to Chris and Todd. Let me go on being named the first hospitalities operations manager of the year. His leadership and dedication to guest services have made a lasting impact on Milwaukee's hospitality community. We're proud to celebrate Chris and his well-earned recognition. A big shout out as well to our friends at Summerfest. The world's largest music festival announced its 2025 lineup a few weeks ago, and it's packed with incredible talent. This year's festival, running June 19th through the 21st, June 26th through the 28th, and July 3rd through the 5th, will bring over 600 artists to Henry Meyer Festival Park, including major headliners like Hozier, The Killers, and Megan The Stallion. Check out the full lineup and start planning your festival experience at summerfest.com. There's something new and exciting at the Milwaukee County Zoo. The Aquatic and Reptile Center just welcomed Flurry, a giant Pacific octopus. Oh, wow. Along with 2 frilled dragons and a blue-tongued skink. The zoo also recently added Philly, the jaguar. Next time you visit, which I will do soon, be sure to stop by and meet the newest residents. That sounds like a lot of fun. Taste and Toast is bringing together over 20 of downtown's best bars and restaurants for an unbeatable happy hour experience. Gather your friends and sip, savor, and celebrate some of the city's best flavors. This can't miss event is running now through February 28th. Find the full list of participating venues and menus online. Taste and Toast. Strav, Top Chef. Strav is bringing even more Top Chef talent to Milwaukee. The Guest Chef series will feature a rotating lineup of nationally acclaimed chefs, each crafting a unique multi-course dining experience at the Ken Guest House downtown. Upcoming guest chefs include tonight's guest chef, Johnny Curiel, as well as star chefs including Brian Baxter, Amanda Turner, and Brandon Jew. Find the full schedule and reserve your table now on Open Table. On March 6th, Milwaukee's premier culinary event takes over the Marcus Performing Arts Center, our friends over there, for another unforgettable evening, featuring an incredible lineup of local restaurants showcasing their best delicious dishes. This event also raises funds for Broad Scope Disability Services. Enjoy an evening of fantastic flavors while supporting an important cause. Don't miss this opportunity to indulge in great food for a great reason. Grab your ticket today. Wisconsin's largest anime convention, it is so cool, is set to take over the Baird Center and Hilton Milwaukee once again. For March 7th to the night, Baird Center and Hilton Milwaukee will be filled with exciting panels, guest appearances, cosplay contests, and community-driven experiences. Whether you're a seasoned congoer or attending for the first time, there's something for everyone at Anime Milwaukee. Check out the full schedule on their website and get ready for an action-packed weekend. It is incredible. Raise a glass to one of Milwaukee's most unique tasting events on March 8th. The Milwaukee Public Museum's annual food and froth event welcomes guests once again, bringing together craft breweries, delicious food vendors, and live entertainment for an after-hours celebration like no other. Wander through the museum's exhibits while sampling some of the best brews and bites in town. Tickets always go fast. Get yours before they sell out. I'm doing it right now. No, I got to do this. Just a few weeks, we'll kick off TOSA Restaurant Week as it returns, featuring 10 days of can't-miss dining deals at some of Wauwatosa's most beloved restaurants. From March 13th to the 22nd, indulge in specialty menus featuring everything from comfort food classics to fine dining. Whether you're revisiting an old favorite or discovering something new, This is the perfect time to support local businesses, always support local businesses, and savor the best of Tosa's culinary scene. Check out participating restaurants and menu offerings online. Get ready to paint the town green on March 8th. You know what I'm talking about. St. Patrick's Day in Milwaukee isn't complete without the Shamrock Shuffle. I tried it. I'm not that great at it, but I'm trying. The citywide bar brawl brings thousands downtown for a day of festival fun, live music, and plenty of Irish cheer. Whether you're donning your best green gear or just soaking in the atmosphere, this is the perfect way to kick off the holiday. Sign up now and be a part of the Shamrock Shuffle and St. Patrick's Day celebration. Milwaukee streets will be filled with Irish pride on March 15th as one of the city's longest running traditions returns. The 57th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade will feature more than 100 groups, including Irish dancers, marching bands, and colorful floats, all coming together to celebrate Irish heritage and culture. Whether you're watching from the sidelines or marching along, this parade is the ultimate way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in Milwaukee. You might catch some candy too. Full details at stpatricksparade.org. Mark your calendars for March 21 as Ma'am After Dark transforms the Milwaukee Art Museum into an unforgettable masquerade affair. This after-hours event brings together live music, themed cocktails, and a lively dance floor for a night of mystery and excitement. This is your chance to experience the museum like never before. Secure your tickets before they're gone. There's still time to RSVP for our site experience workshop on Thursday, led by industry experts. This hands-on session at St. Kate, the Arts Hotel, will provide key strategies on how to make a lasting impression on planners considering Milwaukee for their events and help us showcase the very best of what our city has to offer. RSVP today. On March 20, we're also inviting all hospitality industry professionals to the Harley-Davidson Museum for a free de-escalation training session designed to equip your team with practical skills for managing challenging situations. Let Emilio de Torre and his team of conflict resolution experts. This interactive session will feature real-world scenarios, active role-playing, and strategies to ensure you and your staff feel safe, prepared, and empowered, and leading with empathy. Find more information and RSVP to this free training by visiting our website. There's still some space available, so do it. Save the date for Visit Milwaukee's annual meeting on March 13th at the American Family Field as we celebrate a landmark year of our city, spotlight some of our team's successes and yours, and share some of the exciting projects we have planned for the year ahead. Tickets are available now. Get yours today by visiting milwaukee.org/RSVP. I think there's some sponsorships available too. Mark your calendars for our next webinar on March 25th, where we'll be diving into the 2025 U.S. Women's Open, which is less than 100 days away, taking place this year at Erin Hills Golf Course. This premier golf championship will bring some of the best golfers in the game to Wisconsin, alongside golf fans from across the country and probably the globe. Tune in to as we hear from U.S. Open's organizers about what we should expect from this exciting event, as well as our plans to capitalize on this opportunity. Keep an eye out on your inbox as we fill it up even more for more information at an RSVP link. And don't forget that you can RSVP for all upcoming Visit Milwaukee events by going to visitmilwaukee.org/RSVP and get a whole listing and check it out and engage. Finally, just a quick reminder that 2025 partnership renewal invoices are due by March 31st. If invoices are not paid in full by March 31, late fees will be assessed. We don't want any late fees, so let's avoid that. Let's get in there. Let's just do it. To view your invoice and make a payment, please log in to your partner portal. thank you to our partners. We really, 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 really do appreciate you who have already renewed for this year. If you have any questions whatsoever about your invoice, please email Brian Kubel at bkubel, Kubel, Bkubel at Milwaukee.org. As always, we appreciate your continued partnership and support. Those are all the updates we have for today. And boy, that was a lot. Let's turn now to the main focus of our webinar, the NFL draft. It's the second time the draft has taken place in Wisconsin, and this year it's taking place in Titletown for the first time ever. The NFL draft is expected to draw hundreds of thousands of fans from across the country to our state, generating an estimated $94 million in impact, economic impact. So with the NFL Combine kicking off on Thursday and draft interest picking up and growing every single day, now is the perfect time to hear how Discover Green Bay, our friends up there, our peers, how they're planning on shining the spotlight on Wisconsin and how we plan on making the most of the moment right here in Milwaukee. I'd like to welcome Nick Meisner to the webinar. Hey, Nick, you can turn on your camera, microphone, and please join us. We're so glad you could be here today and share some of this exciting news.
Thanks for having me, Tony. Appreciate it. And hello to all of the Visit Milwaukee partners that are on the call. I enjoy coming down to Milwaukee as often as possible, and I'm sure I've visited a lot of your establishments. So thank you for all you do to, put Wisconsin on the map and all of the great work you're doing to highlight the great city of Milwaukee and our partners up there or down there at Visit Milwaukee. So very excited to talk with you all today. As you can imagine, things are heating up here in Green Bay, and I'm not just talking about the temperature, even though it seems like it's going to come back down here shortly. The NFL draft is in full force. So I just wanted to go over a few things, and I know Josh is going to go over everything that's going to be going on in Milwaukee. So wow, great timing, guys. That was perfect. What a slide change. Appreciate that. I was just going to say the biggest news of the week is that the renderings have been released. So we're really excited to get a view of what it might look like. And thank you for pulling it up. If you haven't seen them, you can visit packers.com or greenbay.com. And you can take a closer look. But I just kind of wanted to describe where, what each one of these areas is. So we have the theater down right in front of the Resch Expo Center there to the left of the stadium. If you're looking at this photo, that is going to be where all of the action takes place, all of the shows take place. That stage that you see there is actually like 200 yards wide and 90 feet tall. So it's quite the installation. The draft experience will be happening up in the Titletown area around Aaron's Hill and the Titletown Park. In the photo, you can kind of see this is also where the general entrances will be located. If you're familiar with Green Bay, there'll be one across the street from Kroll's and then one near the football field at Titletown Park. And talking about entrances and how to access the event, I think is critical. This is going to be a free event for general entry. There is no cost to entry. The footprint that you see here opens at noon on Thursday and Friday and is open until the last pick of the draft is made for that day, anticipated between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. Then on Saturday, it shifts a little bit, and the way the NFL has described it is Saturday is kind of a love letter to the host community. So you'll see a lot of Wisconsin type fare going on. You'll see indigenous dancers on stage. You'll see farmers markets and bike parades and all sorts of different local engagements going on the footprint on Saturday. So going back to access, just a quick plug for my friends over at the NFL. To access anything and get all the latest information, you're going to want to go to the NFL One Pass app. It's actually live right now. You can download the One Pass app, and then on March 4th, just next week. That came up fast. You'll be able to register and say you're going to the draft. Currently, as Tony mentioned, we're estimating that there's going to be a $94 million economic impact from 250 to 300,000 attendees to the event. Those numbers could adjust once the registration opens. I know registration opened in Detroit last year, and they had to make some last minute adjustments based on demand for the event. Um, so going outside of the footprint right now, a big focus of ours is transportation, and logistics and parking. And as you can see here, the Lambeau Field parking lot will be completely taken over by the draft. So that's a lot of space for vehicles that'll be taken up. But I think the biggest message for this group is really twofold. If you are a business in Milwaukee and are planning a shuttle, I believe Josh has the link to the shuttle registration. We would love to hear about it, just so we can make sure that we're giving the right context because giving the right contacts the information because we will have designated motor coach and shuttle bus drop off areas located just outside of this footprint, not seen on the picture here. Um, Additionally, that when you are planning to come for the draft, try to avoid thinking about it like a game day here in Green Bay. I know there's been a lot of talk about that. It's going to be similar to a game day, maybe a bit bigger for 3 days in a row. The fact of the matter is that it is the traffic patterns around the area are going to be quite different because we all have our routines for game day. And once you enter Lambeau Field on a game day, you can't exit and re-enter. Um, as I mentioned, the hours for the draft are noon to 11 p.m. So there's a lot of in and out. There's not a steady mass ingress or really a mass egress. At the end of the night on Thursday night is the biggest egress, but even so, there are a lot of people who leave after their team is picked, or they go to a different area of the footprint. So traffic patterns we are anticipating to be a little bit different from that mass ingress and egress that you see on game days. A few other things that I want to call out if you are wondering about any information regarding the NFL draft, definitely one pass is an option, but then for things that are outside of what's going on in this footprint that we see on the screen here, we will have a bunch of resources on greenbay.com/draft25. In fact, you can go there now and you can find information on entry requirements, policies, security. We will be updating the schedule there. We'll have parking options there. We'll have the transportation and shuttle routes there. Everything is going to kind of live there and talk back and forth to One Pass and greenbay.com/draft25. So that's really, your one-stop shop for everything that you would need. Additionally, we'll be working with Visit Milwaukee on a couple things. They've been absolutely wonderful partners in not only getting the draft here, but pulling it off. We'll be working with them on a couple things when it comes to how to welcome fans. So we're working with Fathead right now. And the NFL to provide graphics for businesses. There are some sponsorship restrictions that we can't, send everything to everybody, but we're working through those. And Visit Milwaukee is going to be your best contact for that. For hotel and restaurant partners on the call, we are also putting together a one-page cheat sheet for your employees that if they're getting questions about, hey, where do I go when I get up to Green Bay? How do I get there? Where do I check in? How do I get tickets? Some of these questions that your employees may be getting, we'll have a quick guide to the NFL draft that we'll just be distributing through Visit Milwaukee, as well as all of our other partner DMOs throughout the state of Wisconsin, so their partners can have access to that. Lastly, we are doing a lot of promotional items right now, the biggest of which is a partnership with iHeartMedia, the Green Bay Austin Straubel International Airport, Oneida Casino Hotel, the Green Bay Packers, and Discover Green Bay. We are providing one winner to our sweepstakes with a VIP experience. to the draft. All you got to do is go to greenbay.com. You'll see the header banner with the link to the registration form. Sign up for our emails, and then you are entered to win. That would include VIP hospitality passes to the draft, 2 night stay at Oneida Casino Hotel on Thursday and Friday evening, $650 per person in Delta airfare, and $500 spending money from the PMI Entertainment Group, who runs the Resch Expo and the Resch Center here in Green Bay. So that was a lot, a 10,000 foot view of everything that we're working on a day-to-day basis. We appreciate all the support that we've gotten from across the state. I know some folks on here may be NFL source vendors. We definitely appreciate that, and hope you can join us next week when the NFL is in town for their site visit. But that is about everything I had, and they asked for 5 to 10 minutes or so, and I think I'm at my time. So, Tony, I appreciate the time. Or Josh is up. I see he's coming on the camera here. So, if there's any questions, I'm happy to take a few minutes and address those. Otherwise, my email is nick@greenbay.com. Pretty easy to remember. You can reach out to me there.
Outstanding. Thank you so much, Nick. Great to hear the rundown of all the things happening in Green Bay. It's such a amazing and exciting time. And I was thinking as you were talking about all the logistics and how big of an event this is for the Green Bay community and the entire state. It's like one of those things where people are like, if you host a big event, people like to compare it to other big events. But I think this is one that you don't compare to. It's just like hosting the NFL draft is like hosting the NFL draft. Like
Yeah.
it's the one that other people try to compare to. So excited for you. And as you said there, a lot of our partners here in Milwaukee are helping out and our vendors for the event up there, making the trip up. Helping out. So it truly is a community-wide, and when I say community, a statewide thing. And so thank you for your leadership and all of you at Discover Green Bay for being great tourism leaders in the state. And this is going to be an amazing event. So looking forward to it.
We hope to see y'all up here April 24th to the 26th. Hit me up. I'll maybe try to get you over to the stage and we can take a peek behind the scenes.
Fantastic. Appreciate that offer. Thanks again, Nick. And a few more things locally here in Milwaukee that we wanted to talk about today for the draft, because we are excited to obviously host the Milwaukee Tailgate Week, which we announced just a few weeks ago, thanks to our partners at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Before I dive too much into the week, I just want to sort of level set as well. Milwaukee has played a real integral role, believe it or not, if you have forgotten, in NFL and football history. From serving as host city to the 1939 NFL Draft and Championship game, to obviously our rich ties with the Green Bay Packers, hosting so many great games here in the city years ago. Milwaukee's been a long, proud partner in making sports and football history. So for the past 80 years, Bruce City has helped to celebrate football in Wisconsin. And obviously Sports Milwaukee has helping play host to the NFL draft. We're obviously helping in any way we can make the event a success. Locally here with Milwaukee Tailgate Week presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook, we're set to have a lot of activity April 24th through 26th. And there's a lot of different things that are going to be taking place for our partners to get involved with and for the community to be involved with, and hopefully some of the tourists making their way to town to be involved with. So super exciting time, and it's only 58 days away. So the countdown is on and we're getting closer and closer. So let's start with Thursday first and talk a little bit about what this is for our partners. Opening night, Thursday night of the draft, locally here in Milwaukee, we're going to be hosting our networking night. So our quarterly Visit Milwaukee networking night for our partners will take place at MKE Palmer Street, thanks to our partners at Team Lammy. They'll be hosting us at their venue. If you've never seen their venue before, it's an amazing place to go and check out and be a part of some sports history here in Milwaukee. We'll have the draft coverage on the screen for those in attendance. Saz's Hospitality is going to be doing some amazing catering for us. Beer Capital is going to be providing some kegs. Yes, that's right, kegs, because this is tailgate themed for us to enjoy. lots of great food and drink, typical networking night atmosphere. So we hope everyone can participate in that. Again, this is only open to Visit Milwaukee partners and our partner businesses. This will not be a public event. This will be a networking night like usual. The difference here is that the cost will be $25 for this, thanks to everything being hosted that night and part to our partners. So a slight increase in a ticket, but everything is included in this networking night. So sign up for that will be coming soon. So stay tuned. You'll get an email from Brian on our team, our partnership team, to register and make sure you secure a ticket, as tickets will be limited to that opening night. Then on Friday, we're going to be heading on over to our Tailgate Talk Live luncheon. This will be a great lunch event that we are doing in partnership with our friends at Saz's at their great new venue that was actually a networking evening event last year. And the South Second location is a great venue to showcase. We'll have a great luncheon event. So we're really excited about some of the partners we'll be able to host there, but we have some special guests, one of those being Hub Arkish, who is known for being the editor of Pro Football Weekly, and a much heralded and respected journalist from the Chicagoland area, working for Shaw Media, working with a score out of Chicagoland. He's got many, many decades of pro football coverage. He'll be helping lead and moderate the event for us. So very excited about that. And a few other surprise announcements for our other guests, our other featured guests coming later this week. But if you know your Wisconsin Badger history, you can see on the screen now who one of those special guests will be as well. But I'm just going to tease it at that. And we'll have another announcement later on. Sponsorship for this event is still available. Individual tickets are available. Individual tickets are $40. Table sponsorships are $350. Hope people can join us for this wonderful event and some additional special guests still to come. So thanks again to Saz's for hosting the Tailgate Talk Live luncheon. And of course, we hope all of you get your tickets and join us for that great event. And then on Saturday, the big show, Jordy Nelson's Milwaukee Tailgate Party. Super excited to be bringing this because it's going to include Inside the Huddle live on stage with Jordy Nelson and a few other special guests, thanks to our team, Lammy Connection. We're really excited about this and thankful for Potawatomi Casino and Hotel and the Sportsbook for really helping us launch this, but really getting to celebrate Inside the Huddle live, a unique experience for those in Milwaukee to check out the show filming live. We'll do a special panel discussion that evening as well with Jordy Nelson and some other great guests that we'll be announcing soon. Tickets are just $10 general admission. So trying to make this very family affordable, very affordable for all the tourists who are coming through the area. We know people are going to come through Milwaukee and they're going to travel back through Milwaukee on their way up to Green Bay and back down. Maybe many of those are going to be staying in Milwaukee during this time at our hotels, and they're going to be venturing out into the city. So we want Milwaukee to be definitely a secondary hub of activity during draft week. And so this final event on Saturday is really going to take us to a whole nother level. Journey House is going to be bringing some special activations. Many of our partners are going to be activating. The Milwaukee Wave will be doing some fun things. The Admirals will be doing some fun things. So we've got a great sports tailgate atmosphere in store for people. We're going to be very family friendly. We hope people come out and really enjoy this great event and take advantage of getting to see all the great things. And again, Jordy Nelson's our great host, thanks to our partners at Team Lammy. So great, unique experience, very affordable. VIP tickets are available. Those are $75 each. That includes some special meet and greets with our sports legends who will be here for this moment in time and moment in history as we celebrate sports in Milwaukee and Wisconsin. So VIP tickets, $75, general admission tickets, just $10. We really appreciate the support from the UW Panther Arena and all our friends at the Wisconsin Center District for helping make this happen as well. This is really, really going to be an exciting event, and we know it's going to be a great atmosphere. So great way to come downtown and be a part of some fun things. Sponsorship is available for all these events still to help sort of earmark your moment in history and sports history in Milwaukee and the state. So as we look at what is available, we want to say thanks to those sponsors who've already come on board. So this Team Lammy, the Potawatomi Sportsbook, our Milwaukee Food and City Tours, City Tours MKE, Saz's Hospitality, and Journey House. They're already on board. We want all of you to be on board. Help make all these great events happen for the community. As I said, this is a moment in sports history. It's a moment in Wisconsin history. It's a moment in Green Bay history. It's a moment in Milwaukee history. So we want everybody to be a part of this. We want as many visitors as possible coming through the city, and we want our locals to be able to experience it in a fun, unique way as well. So hopefully all of you can find ways to get on board. So some of those ways that you can still be on board is by becoming a sponsor. On our next slide, you'll see some of the different things that you can do for some of the sponsor benefits. Again, we have VIP tables and ticketing available. We have some special player meet and greet opportunities available. Ways to get in front of the great crowds we're going to have at all the venues, whether that's Panther Arena or South 2nd Street or at our networking nights. You'd be able to do all kinds of great things. So this will be a really great way to reach locals who are avid sports enthusiasts, but also Milwaukee and Green Bay Packer enthusiasts as well. And then on the next slide, what you'll see is a breakdown of all the different categories and levels. So we are trying to make this as affordable as possible for people to be involved, whether that's the table sponsorship at our Friday luncheon at $350, or going all the way up to several $1,000s with a full robust package for you to be involved. Now, how our partners can be involved otherwise. On the next slide, you'll see a little bit about how you can submit your partner information. So if you just want to tell us what is going on, what special events you have happening during that week, send us an email, get in contact with us. Monica on our team has her email here. You can send her an email. Let us know what you're doing. We want to celebrate all those different activities, all those different things going on. We already have several of them listed on our website at visitmilwaukee.org/tailgate. We're going to be pushing this out over the next 2 months. So those next 58 days, we're going to be heavily promoting all the great things happening. So already on our website, we have some Milwaukee NFL draft tours by City Tours MKE. We have some coach bus trips that some of our local restaurants are taking up to the draft. So taking our fans all the way up to Green Bay to experience all the activities. So the Milwaukee Broad House is doing a bus trip. Stenny's Tavern is doing a bus trip. The Milwaukee City Tours is doing bus trips. Saz's Hospitality is working on a variety of things. So there's just a lot of really, really amazing ways to get involved. Gallery 218 is doing a fun concert in conjunction with the draft. Whatever you're looking to do, we want to help promote it. So definitely send us all those great activations and those different things that you can be doing throughout the week. And of course, Milwaukee Food and City Tours is also hosting some tours around the city and also taking tours up to Green Bay. There's lots of ways to be involved. We want to make sure we're highlighting all the ways that you're showcasing that to the community. And of course, to all of our hotel partners, we want your packages and your deals. We know people are booking now. No, you can go back to that slide. Yeah, definitely. Here's our occupancy outlook. We know this is a need time. We're already celebrating many of the different packages that our hotel partners in Milwaukee County and beyond are celebrating that week. This is a quick snapshot we wanted to share with all of you. Just over the last month, we've already seen some great movement in occupancy and people booking hotel rooms. So this is the week of the NFL draft. It's a very unique week because it starts with Easter Sunday. And so it's already starting with a holiday, which is always kind of an interesting time. You never know how the tourist and the traveler might experience and be booking stays and interacting in the city. You can see it's kind of quiet right now on Easter Sunday. But as we go through the week and get closer to the actual draft days, those occupancy numbers are going up. So just a month ago, on January 15th, occupancy for that Thursday, Friday, Saturday time period was sort of 15, 33, 36%. Now we're seeing an increase. Thursday night, not quite yet, but Friday, Saturday for sure, jumping up almost 10% in a month's time. What everyone's been telling us, what Nick mentioned earlier about the planning structure, people really weren't paying a ton of attention to making their draft plans until after the Super Bowl. It's NFL Combine time. Now everybody's talking about the draft this week. This is the time when the draft message and momentum is going to really take off. So we expect this occupancy numbers to really start to skyrocket in Milwaukee County. We're going to be pushing out these hotel deals. We hope our hotel partners make sure they continue to price competitively. We know Green Bay hotels are almost to capacity. Surrounding community, whether that's Door County, whether that's our other friends to the north. Those hotels are starting to fill up. The pricing is going up. Travelers are going to be looking to Milwaukee as another source to plan their week. By having all these great events in Milwaukee, people can go up to the draft, they can come back, they can spend Saturday night here, they can spend Friday night here, they can do day trips up, they can come back and forth. We can really be a launching point. This is a really, really unique opportunity for our partners. Now, to level set, we're not saying we're going to be overrun with draft tourists, but what we are saying is that we need to take advantage of the opportunity that lies before us to try to maximize the number of tourists who will come through Milwaukee and try to maximize the number of the tourists who will call Milwaukee home during those days. And we can already see the momentum shift going here over the last month. We know we'll see this momentum continue to ramp up over the next 58 days. We're going to be pushing this out heavily through all the promotions we're doing, and we hope our partners take advantage of it. Whew. So, lot to be covered there, lot to be talked about. For partner submissions, don't forget to send us all that great information. Yes, not just for hotels. One of the questions in the chat, this can be sent for everything. So definitely all of our partners can be sending in partner submissions, and we will promote all partner submissions coming through. Yes, the hotel occupancy figures are for Milwaukee only. Yes, that you see on the screen. So that is not incorporating anything else in the state. That's only looking at our Milwaukee data. All right. So any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We hope you take advantage of all the great opportunity that's coming our way with the NFL draft. All right. So moving on to our next slide, I think we're going to jump into some partnership things. All right. Yes. Perfect. Thank you, Chris, for advancing the slide. So last month, we didn't get to finish up our 2024 and our 2025 year in preview. So we're going to dive back into that. But before I do, I saw we did one more question about promotional collateral at the airport for the draft. Yes, 100%. Our event experience team is already been talking with the airport. They've been talking with the NFL and our partners at Discover Green Bay. There is definitely an opportunity to get promotional collateral to the airport. We will be sharing that collateral as well. If you need us to help get that to the airport or to other locations that we partner with throughout the state, you can definitely contact us here, our event experience team, and we'll help get all those collateral pieces out. All right. I'm going to pass it on to our next contestant to tell you a little bit more about partnership. And Brian, take it away.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh. Thanks for that handoff there. Hi, everyone. My name is Brian Kubel, Senior Partnership Manager at Visit Milwaukee. Excited to share a few different partner news and updates with you all. So first of all, I know we kind of covered this a little bit earlier, but it's still pretty important. The 2025 partnership renewals are here. So all of you should have received an emailed or mailed invoice earlier in January, and those were due on January 31st. To find this invoice, you can log into your partner portal and navigate to your profile and invoices menu to view if you have an outstanding balance. Now, we kindly ask that you pay that outstanding balance as soon as possible, so that way we can ensure that we can keep promoting you and you can take advantage of our benefits throughout the rest of the year. We will charge late fees. Those will be imposed beginning March 31st. I know I don't like late fees in my personal subscriptions, and I'm sure you don't either. So if you want to avoid those late fees, please be sure to pay your partnership invoices by March 31st. Thank you to those that have already paid. We truly appreciate your continued support and partnership with our organization. All right, so one of our biggest things that we put out each year is our visitor's guide and map. We printed 150,000 copies of these guides, and they're now available for you to request. So if you log into your partner portal, you can go ahead and submit these requests by going to the collateral menu and clicking on materials requests. From there, you can submit how many quantities of guides and maps that you'd like to have in stock at your business or organization. Now, since we put out a call for requests earlier in February, we had a ton of partners submit. We are actually close to 200 submissions. So we appreciate your patience as we work to get these out to you all. Our team is all hands on deck in delivering these to you. And you'll see that distribution will begin next month. So if you'd like to expedite that process, you can request pickup option versus delivery. But please be patient as our team works to get these out to you. We're super excited to get them out into the community. The guide has reads like a magazine. It's really well done, and the map has the new look and feel of our new brand, including the guide as well. And you can request these throughout the year. So if you run out of your copies now, you can go ahead and request more as the year goes on, and there's no charge for any of this. So definitely a huge benefit to help advocate and sell our city on behalf of us residents and businesses to promote Milwaukee to those that may be stopping by, whether they be visitors or clients. Definitely a great asset and resource to have available and in stock at your business or organization. All right, so speaking of the portal, this is truly your one-stop shop to manage your account with Visit Milwaukee. We make things super easy to use and very on demand, so that way you can go ahead and make changes at any time of day from any device that you're logging into. This is where you're going to go to edit things like your partner page on our website. You all have a page on visitmilwaukee.org that you manage with your photos, your logo, your description. That is all edited by you at any time via the partner portal. This is also where you're going to want to go to add events to our events calendar. This page is a top visited page by visitors to our site each and every year. And last year, I believe it had over a 70% increase over 2023. So the growth of this page continues to escalate in a good way. So the more events that you add to our calendar, that's the more opportunities for us to share the word about your business. So whether it be your NFL draft programming that Josh just talked about, or any other events that are going on throughout the year, large or small, if it's relevant to a leisure traveler, it's going to be a great addition to our calendar. So you're going to submit all those events via the portal. This is also where you can go to view the convention calendar if you're a partner that has access to that information. So if you're looking to get in front of all the conventions and groups that our team is booking up to 3 years out, you can leverage that information in there. It's also where you can go to view a directory of all of our partners. We know that good data is expensive these days, but as a partner, you have access to over 1,000 contacts that is always up to date because we need it up to date for our needs, but you have access to the contact information for all partners, including their email and phone number for any B2B connections that you'd like to make. So that's all going to be in your partner portal. To make things even easier for you, we do quarterly webinars that go over the portal. Stay tuned for a webinar coming up in March. But if you don't want to wait till the live version of that, we have a recording of our December webinar in the portal on the top slider. And then also on the homepage, there's a quick start guide. Think of that as like a 3-page, easy to use guide that highlights the heavy hitters of the portal. So that way, if you have a new contact or just need a refresher on all the things that you can do in there, definitely want to take advantage of those resources because we do give you a lot of things and we track a lot of things, and that all can be seen in your partner portal. So if you haven't been in there in a while, go ahead and check it out. All right, I know Josh touched on a few of these as well, but we have a bunch of other opportunities throughout the year for you to sponsor, depending on if you want to get your business out there to these various different audiences that we work with. So the next big event is actually Christian Yelich's Home Plate charity concert taking place at the Pabst Theater in April. Milwaukee Tailgate Week, I'll skip over that because Josh went over that information just a little bit ago. We have the Mall of America takeover coming up in May. So that's going to be May 8th and 9th at Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota. We'll be bringing our full trade show booth. So you can go ahead and be a part of that exciting activation up in the Twin Cities. On May 13th is our annual meeting. So if you were at our event last year, which is where this photo is from, we had over 800 people in attendance celebrating our wins as a city and as a region, and then toasting to the newly expanded Baird Center. This year's event will be at American Family Field. So we're super excited for the 17 sponsors that have already signed on, and we're looking forward to bringing on even more. So it should be a really fun event. The event should be a home run, as one might say. And then later on this year is our Greater Milwaukee Hospitality Open, which is our annual golf outing that we do with the Greater Milwaukee Hotel and Lodging Association. You'll see more information to come about that event in the next few months. So if you have any questions about any of these events, feel free to reach out to me. My email is listed there on the screen. I'd be happy to connect with you to see what might be a good fit for your business or organization. And then lastly, I know Josh touched on this as well, but our next event is going to be that partner mixer. Stay tuned for an invite. Hopefully next week that'll go out to all partners. Space is limited as the event space does have a capacity limit. So you'll want to purchase your tickets to this event early to ensure that you can make it into MKE Palmer Street. Again, that's April 24th from 5 to 8 p.m. And there's that link again to check out all upcoming events, visitmilwaukee.org/RSVP. And I would also encourage you, it's not on here, but to check out visitmilwaukee.org/partners for anything and everything partnership related. We recently redid those pages on the website, so it is very robust and has everything that you need to know. about being a partner of Visit Milwaukee. All right, I believe now it is Tony's turn, so I'm going to pass it off to him.
Well, there you
Thanks,
go,
everyone.
Mike. From a handoff, I heard it earlier, into a pass. Nice job. And
There's
so
the handoff.
I get it. Thanks, Brian. Uh, Community engagement is so important and dear. I've been with Visit Milwaukee for 8 years, and last year I stepped into a new role, the Director of Community Engagement and Inclusion. Hands down, I have the best job in the company, one that perfectly aligns with my passion for people. And every day, I get to connect, members of the team get to connect with some of the most incredible folks across the region, learning about their passions, neighborhoods, businesses, and organizations. And here are some of the ways we get to listen and learn from our residents and thought leaders. As Visit Milwaukee, we don't make anything, we don't own anything. We tell stories. And one of the questions when we're out in the community in many of these areas, we ask, are we telling your story the way you want it to be told? And that's any business, any company, anybody. You have a brand, you have a story, and we want to tell it like you want it to be told. And here's some opportunities we get out of the community. You can see the numbers here, and they're even higher than that. But we're out there all the time. Our collaborative efforts with industry partners, the next slide, also in peer partners, position Visit Milwaukee as a catalyst for positive change, ensuring that our city is a welcoming and thriving destination for all. And here are the ways we build those relationships. With Travel Wisconsin, we're connected there, Destinations International, more on the global and nationwide peers gathering together. And then our Community Professionals Task Force talking about those things that impact our community, impact our residents, impact our businesses, and how we can relate those to the work we do to make you more successful as partners and the city more successful as a whole. As we continue, Brian and the team doing some great work with partnerships, and Visit Milwaukee proudly partners with a diverse network of 1,022 plus businesses, and with more than 1/3 identifying as diverse owned. As you can see right here, we want to represent as many people in all the city, all the zip codes, all the region for that matter, because that's what people want to see, is that diverse opportunity out there, whether it's diverse places to eat and their culinary taste, or whether it's places they want to visit, or whether it's something that means something very special to them that they connect with. Now, the next slide. If someone is looking for a business that aligns with their interests or identity, they can easily filter and discover them on our website by clicking here, and you can go to our website and you can discover all of our partners and all of the wonderful things they do, anywhere from veteran-owned to women-owned, and the list goes on and on. And next slide. Visit Milwaukee is proud to be a featured destination and member of IGLTA, which is the International Gay and Lesbian Travel Association. This partnership allows us to connect directly with their highly engaged audience, showcasing Milwaukee as an inclusive and welcoming destination for LGBTQ+ travelers. Before the pandemic, LGBTQ+ travelers contributed, get this, $218 billion to the global travel spending. Wow. By 2030, travel spending among LGBTQ people is projected to reach $568.5 billion with a B dollars. That's double. And nearly 4 in 5 LGBTQ travelers choose providers that champion diversity and inclusion. This holds true across all sectors, with strong majority favoring companies in transit, accommodations, experiences, and booking that show a public commitment. So we've got to capitalize on all these opportunities. Next slide. Accessibility. With 73.4 million adults in the US living with a disability, accessible travel is essential. Yet 67% of travelers with disabilities struggle to find the necessary information, and 28% feel that their identity limits limit their travel. We don't want to see that. Half of travelers with disabilities travel with family, 58%, so it's a multiple. 58% travel with their spouse or partner. So we got to be very inclusive of all the people traveling together. And at Visit Milwaukee, we're committed to making our city more welcoming and accessible to everyone. So we're working with our community partners, industry leaders to roll out initiatives that enhance inclusion and accessibility, with more updates coming soon and at our annual meeting. A big thank you to Alex and our team for championing this very important work. Now, all these numbers underscore, all these numbers from all communities underscore Visit Milwaukee's commitment to fostering a thriving, inclusive business ecosystem where diverse voices and enterprises are recognized, supported, and celebrated. That's every one of you on this webinar today. You know, when people hear stories that resonate with them and make them feel like they belong, they're more likely to visit, book a convention, host an event, or even move here. Because at the end of the day, more business from everyone means more business for everyone. So let's grow this pie. We love the business. Thank you for joining us today for the Visit Milwaukee webinar. Once again, we'd like to invite you to tune into our next webinar on March 25th. I'm sure Peggy will be back as we give you the rundown on all things the 2025 U.S. Women's Open. Yes, which is coming up at the end of May. Keep an eye out on your inbox for more and for the RSVP link and definitely more information. We always pass a lot of information to you because we feel that communication is so important. So if you have any questions, you can always, about today's webinar, please do not hesitate to reach out to our marketing coordinator, Chris Amon. I want to thank you and thank everyone for attending today's webinar. Que tengas una bonita semana, a beautiful week, and we'll see you back right here next time. Bye-bye.